CEO Trump cards imposing of considerable tariff on imports in a bid to defend US jobs, that has sparked a trading war in China, has put protectionist behind on the world order of business the year. How has induced institutions how defend complementary trading to alert how high duties and some impeding to complementary trading could include destructive ensuing consequences for the world economics. Roberto Azevedo, chief of the Planet Trading Organization, says trading impeding how hold overseas rivals out will promote less than competition industries to make more than. He knows firsthand which protectionist can, or cannot, do. Mr. Azevedo hails of Brazil, that for many decades had several of the planet's highest trading impeding in spite creature a consumer goods exporting power station and the planet's 9 greatest economics. Roman America has length been a fan of the baby production reason for protectionist, that says tariff encourage the increase of domestic champions how would differently be crushed by overseas contest. Lot of contemporary Brazil was constructed in the assist of protective policies. With the 1950s, trading impeding and by the government subsidies were utilized to strengthen main carmakers consisting Volkswagen, Wade, Decree and Mercedes to set up factories in the nation. Lot non-competitive industries, of textile fabrics to computers, were capable to prosper due to trading policies how done overseas consumer goods too costly to importing. It was not before the previous 1990s how Brazil begun discovery up to the planet, but protectionist remnant an essential component in coercion overseas players to production local. Tariff on imported trucks or buses sum to 132% of the definitive cost, on to one research in 2014. The cost of an iPhone in Brazil is on ordinary 50% more than rather than in the US. The top way, occasionally the just way, to sail to Brazil's 200 millionth consumer is to set up a regional plant and be a domestic gamer. Time complementary trading has be thing of a prayer in latter year, several issue its gain to growing economies. Complementary trading is just a tool for advanced economies to boot off the stairway of growth so how growing nations are stored non-competitive, he says. The High School of Mind remnant famous in Roman America. Brazilian production yet relies hard on trading impeding and subsidies to defend its domestic production. Recent year the WTO controlled versus the nation's car production politics, named as Inovarato, that has convex out nearly $8 billion in incentives to regional producers with 2010. Jobs are a center portion of the policy. Lot subsidies and tax crushed were given in 2014 in and try to defend jobs at a period while the nation was sliding in a injuring economic downturn. If some countries do levy high tariff and go on to fight trading wars, could historic secured economies such as Brazil gain? Sarcastically, the drifting to protectionist comes as Brazil tries to outdoor up its economics and has newly attached to accede the OECD, Organization for Economical Company Operation and Growth, a clubhouse of wealthy nations. The annex is portion of the Brazilian by the governments driving to win more than overseas invest and do the economics more than marketplace driven. Meantime, the trading war among China and the US is hardly to assist liberalized trading policies in Southward America. Such who supporting complementary trading in Brazil, that is a term of the GRAM20, say the fight is bad synchronization for an economics how is yet fighting to restore of economic downturn. Since Brazil is such a close economics, it ends up possessing really low performance compared to more than advanced countries. If you are more than competition you be more than efficient, and for how you requirement to be more than outdoor and more than integration in world importance chains, says Gabriel Petrus, CEO of the Brazilian Oratory of the World Camera of Trade, ICC, a industry organization how champions complementary trading. Brazil is now preparation for a general poll in October and polls propose several guideline candidates supporting nationalist and protective policies to a extent. How, and the sword jarring among the US and China, propose the planet's trading battles are hardly to diminish any period quickly.